Oh, no. Oh, I think I'm getting sick.
You all right?
Nah, I started getting really sick during the West Coast game. It's like I've got a fever. Harley Reid fever! Stiff arms, goals, hangers, they're my symptoms. What a man! Harley. I love him so much I could kiss him. What a man. This happens every West Coast game. I get Harley Reid fever.
You look unbelievable.
I feel strong as shit. I feel like the fresh Prince of Perth.
Yep.
I feel like I could just go into any room at any point and just put someone through a wall.
You could certainly walk into almost any grocery store in Perth and just get whatever you want.
Literally. This is great. This is me now. Play this thing.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube, and social. Prince off. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. I'm bloody horizontally challenged, if you get what I mean. Boner. I got a crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got a line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? He dips in. Man, Ollie, how good is footy at the moment? Footy is genuinely awesome. We have 4 players tied for the Coleman. There is a logjam of teams lining up to make finals. Every game there's a fallout of storyline. Essendon somehow on second on the ladder. Blues are out of the 8. Giants and Geelong have lost 3 in a row. And Harley Reid is a freak of nature. Just a freak. And we'll get to him, or we already have, but we'll get to him more in a second. Let's just check in with everyone. Now, a lot of people have messaged in saying that their therapists are telling them to stop watching their team, or their therapist knows every player on their team. A lot of heartbreak this round. Let's throw it to you because you're not happy this morning. You've had a tough week.
It's been a really difficult 3 days. Firstly, can I just say, it goes without saying, we all know that Saturday night was really difficult for St Kilda, or Euroke, should I say. It really has hit me hard. But this has been a really weird weekend for all my teams. I stayed up until midnight to watch Crew Alexandra in the playoff final. They lost.
Who?
Crew Alexandra, League 2 in England.
I love it. So, yeah, okay, yep.
Yep, so they lost at Wembley, so fantastic.
Great.
That put me in the mood. Then I went to sleep thinking, great, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. to hopefully watch Arsenal lift the trophy. And Optus stitched me up. They obviously uploaded all the games at the one time, but then uploaded the Man City game 2 hours later, which suggests to me that, well, that means the coverage went longer.
Yeah, rats, Optus.
So that was done. So everyone lost.
Yeah.
It's shit.
You've had, so how many hours sleep have you had is what I'm concerned about.
I've had about 4. Like, I'm
Great.
pumped up, but I'm just feeling, you know me, I'm a pretty,
Oh, you live life on the edge.
but I'm a nice guy. Like, I'm
You
a
are.
fun, I'm a happy-go-lucky, but not today. Like, the other, what was it, last week you did the episode where you were
Trying to
going
be nice.
Yeah, I'm the opposite.
You're not going to hold back today?
No.
Nah. You
No
are,
one's
and that's,
safe.
yeah, your nature is very nice, but, get on the wrong side of you and look out.
You know about it.
Yeah.
Well, you'll certainly know about it via my mum.
Yeah, true.
She'll be the one.
Yeah. That can be your best friend or your worst fucking nightmare.
Bring it on.
Mate, well, I'm sorry about this week, and I
all
mean, you and the Saints fans are just going through it right now. I cannot wait to get in that game and get your thoughts on it. But I just want to know, now I'm obviously due for a haircut in my current state. Manager Eddie messaged me on the weekend and said, how much do haircuts cost down there? How much is the barber stinging you? Because I just got stung $80 and no beer. Now you get a bit of work in yours because yours it's longer than mine is.
Yep.
So I guess you'd have more hours in the chair. But I would have thought a normal barber is stinging anywhere from 50 to 65 max.
For just a basic short back and sides
Let's
clean up.
just fade-ish if you want to fade. Fade max.
Yep, and a beer is pretty much the rule these days, right?
Not having a beer with your haircut is criminal.
Yeah.
Not being offered one.
Well, I reckon the window stops at about $80 if that includes a shave. Like you get, that's I would say a haircut, a shave, and a beer I'd be pretty happy with $80.
happy with $80 for
as like an absolute max.
Are you getting a shave?
No.
No.
No, but I'm getting a balayage and a blowout and,
True. I know people that get the nose cleaned out, waxed out, the ears waxed out as well. That's not
hardcore
a great
shit.
look. Yeah, that's not me at all. But I would have thought 65 is your normal price.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know. I'm due for a haircut. I love this. I might start rocking this all the time.
You know what the thing is? You do obviously look like Harley Reid, but you kind of look like me. now you're blonde. You've got the hair behind the ears.
I just realised if you're just listening to the podcast and don't see any of this, it makes zero sense what's happened here.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Talk us through it.
So I have Harley Reid fever. So I'm sitting here in the locker room with a Harley Reid wig on, tucked behind my ears in what is probably best described as an Audi version of the Eagles polo. So that's why probably you guys are thinking, why does he need a haircut? This is how I am today.
Yeah.
I could rock this all day.
You look more approachable.
I honestly feel like I could fucking destroy a team.
Yeah.
Like just without any effort.
Do you feel, what about just outside of football though? Do you feel like,
Confident.
let's just say, if you're just walking down the street.
Confident, hot.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like a $2 million man.
Yeah.
Like, like honestly, just pay me anything.
Yeah.
'Cause I deserve it. Big round of football. Now let's do some housekeeping again. It seems like we have to do this every episode on Monday because there's so much that happens by the time we finish speaking to you on Thursday. Then when we come around to this Monday episode. So a lot has happened. The biggest thing probably is that I now have to run 58Ks on Sunday with another game to go. So we're probably looking at anywhere, if things go pear-shaped, worst 58 kilometres. Oh, no, sorry, that's best. Best 58Ks, worst 75 in one effort.
Yeah.
That's a 6-hour day.
Yeah.
My body's not designed to do that. My Achilles are screaming already. And when that tally went up and up on Friday night, I just sat there and melted away. I was like, oh my God, this is not good.
No.
So that's thanks Gatorade.
So just for, I am just checking, right? So obviously marathon is what, 42?
Yeah.
So we're doing well over a marathon at this rate.
We're now in ultra marathon territory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've never done. My furthest distance is 42.
Yeah. Just the marathon hard stop.
Just a marathon. And I actually felt good that time. Now I have ran a marathon without any training.
Yeah.
I'm not running currently at the moment. Like my body isn't designed to run.
Yeah.
It's designed to shift in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at him. Yeah, it is. But I'm not built for this run. So on Sunday, we go out there and we do that. Now, the Suns game is coming up for the Blues. That's the last game of the cycle. Could be a lot worse, to be saying. And if you do want to go to that game, I have a code for you, Blues fans or not. Go on to Ticketet. You go find the Suns and Blues game in the Orange Cup. Use Dan Does 30. Save yourself some pennies with that code, okay? I live to give. That is yours, ladies and gentlemen.
That'll be the first time you've been able to help me with tickets. That's really exciting.
True, yeah. We can't get free ones, but we can get a code. Let's get to him, the man of the hour. Now, I thought it was a tingle last week. You said that you trust my balls.
More than anything.
And I couldn't figure out, is this a tingle or is this like a vibe? It was a Harley Reid fucking earthquake going in my nutsack.
Yeah.
Just the things he's doing, like what we're witnessing right now is not human. Teenagers coming out of the 18 system, they don't do that. You don't stiff arm people. You don't take hangers. You don't do goals out of the center clearances. Like that's not what you're supposed to do as a 18, 19-year-old.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And last year the Eagles won 3 games for the year. They've won 3 already, and he's making every Eagles player play to his level.
Yeah.
Like that is unheard of. Unheard of. And if you're another team watching this thinking, one, you'd be like, shit, we missed out on Harley Reid. North would be kicking themselves.
Oh, my God.
It almost now brings back the notion of let's tank if there's another Harley Reid in the draft ever again.
Yeah.
Like, it is crazy. Did you watch him last night?
Yeah, I mean, he's unbelievable. And I think, to that Dacos argument that we've been having.
You have with the Pies fans big time.
Yeah, but I'm starting to really, now I want to go even deeper. I go, I'm talking just about the highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's looking ridiculous.
Crazy. 9 games in.
And I love so much that particularly in his first game, there were a few stiff arms that didn't quite pull off. You know, it was like, maybe you're not quite ready for this, Harley.
No.
But he backed himself in and he's kept going.
He's finding sternums now.
Yeah.
Just a sternum breaker, isn't he? The one on Oliver and then Petrarca, sternum break there. Like, it's just...
And the names you've mentioned there, doing it on those boys.
Yeah, crazy. Do you want a Dusty? Like, it's just... He must have a list somewhere. He just ticks them off like a sick fetish. He's like, got ya.
They're
Real
all
hit
sort of
list.
like Criminal Minds style in his
Yeah,
bathroom.
just a hit list. It's sickening what he's doing. Like, I know we're going to glaze him. At first, I was like, you know what? Let's not glaze him because it's going to be these expectations are already so high. This is before the season, but now the things that he's doing, it's like, nah, Harley, you're a donut, and I'm just some icing sugar, and I'm going to glaze the shit out of you. Like, it is unbelievable. Now, Adam Simpson came out after the game and said, listen, like, he's obviously very good. Let's keep a lid on this thing. Perth media, can we just take it easy on him? Like, we'd want to be very careful that we don't push him too far and, get above and beyond ourselves because we kind of want to keep him. So I took that as like Adam Simpson saying to the back paper of the paper there in Perth, let's take him off a couple of back pages. Okay, it doesn't need all about him. I could not imagine how many back pages he's going to be on this week.
Yeah, but how do you do that? He's deserving.
When he's that good, put him on every page.
Yeah.
Do a whole page. This is now called the Harley Reid Show as well.
Yeah.
Harley does football.
Dan does Harley.
Yeah, Dan, I'd love to do.
You wish.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, you wish.
I'd do sick things to be in a room with Harley. We should go there.
I mean, I could think of nothing better. And would you agree with this? And I really do apologise for our listeners that are outside, well, let's say Victoria or Tasmania or the Northern Territory. But generally speaking, if you don't go for a team in SA, WA, Queensland, New South Wales, I don't care a lot of the time. Certainly on a Sunday afternoon, it's like I don't care. But he's making them
Crazy.
So relevant.
It's
So relevant.
It's not even. We used to laugh at the graveyard.
Yeah.
It's not. It's the Harley yard.
Totally.
It's Harley's yard. Like it's he is making them like must watch TV now.
Yep.
I don't remember a player doing that. Ever. Dacos last year wasn't must watch. He was just like, that guy's going to get a lot of the footy and he's very good. Harley is like, there's something in that fucking number 9 at West Coast.
Yeah, that's
Nick
so true.
Nat was must watch. Cousins, must watch. Reid is must watch. This Eagles team, we love you, but you shouldn't be this good.
No.
You're only this good because the guy with number 9 and gold hair behind his ears is fucking dominating out there.
Like that. Did you see that shot of Adam Simpson just laughing in the box?
You
He's
must.
just like,
Like, what do you say to Harley to coach him? You're like, literally, Adam Simpson must go into the change room at the end of the game and go, Harley, this is your team now.
yeah.
All of Perth would say, Harley, here's the keys to the city. Just lock up when you're done.
Yeah.
You want some more money? Oh, if you want some more money, there's just a bank. First left again, go into the bank, take as much as you want. Remember, please close the door behind you and just lock up when you're done.
I don't even think they'd say that.
No.
Leave it open. We'll close it.
Fuck, unbelievable. We love him. We'll probably talk about him more in this episode. This is the Harley episode. What else is happening? There's a 4-way tie for the Coleman, which is crazy. I would love to see imagine at the end of the year where they give out 4 Colemans.
Yeah.
That would be unbelievable. I'm telling you, this year of football, ladies and gentlemen, is unbelievable.
You're juiced up
I'm so
today.
excited about it.
Yeah.
I can't remember a year where it's been this like one tight on the ladder.
Yep.
Every game means something. There's storylines that come out of it. Like there's just players emerging. It's a good year of football.
And I respect you so much because you'd be so forgiven after coming into this morning after what you had to go through
Yeah,
with
I'll
the
get there.
Blues.
We're about to get that car crash. Don't worry.
But I just love the energy and enthusiasm across the board.
How can you not? It's just such
Yep.
mate, we're so lucky. We love this sport. Now, Essendon, a second on the ladder, did not have that on the bingo card this year.
Nope.
Second on the ladder. Where's this come from? And they're playing okay football. They're not even really, I mean, they had some good wins. Wouldn't say they're lighting it up, but to be second on the ladder is unbelievable. And it's been 7,000 days since they last won a final. And we make the jokes. We all laugh. We have a good time. But this might be the year that we get to watch them lose 2 finals in a row. I mean, the wheels could come off this thing at any point. But at the moment, as an Essendon fan, you'd love it. And they don't, what I was gauging yesterday on the socials, like, we don't really believe in this thing until Merritt has the Coleman halfway around his neck.
Yeah.
I mean, Coleman, Norm Smith.
Yeah.
Halfway around his neck. That's when we'll start believing that this thing's real. So a long way to go, and they've been through heartache. So I think it's just going to take another month of good footy
Yep.
to work out, okay, is this really like a legit Bombers thing this year?
Well, you know I'm in a bad mood, so I'm going to go there. Let's play devil's advocate. They've only had what?
God, there's a fucking rat in the studio, I'm telling you. That's a rat, eh?
It's probably a rat.
Oh, sorry, if you just didn't hear that, we think every episode something moves in the ceiling, and I'm going to say it's either a small possum or just a human living in there.
Could be a human.
Could be a human, so that was that noise. Go on, do something negative.
Have they only had the 2 big challenges? So they've
From who?
GWS at the time.
I think that
That's
one
a
you could
challenge,
say.
though.
That was a challenge, but I think the Giants now have shown that they're just turned to
That's
ice water.
true. But that was like, okay, well, let's see how you go against them. They got the draw on Anzac Day. That was a big game.
Which you'd probably take now, given how Collingwood are going.
100%. Other than that,
I mean,
Where's
yeah.
their big challenge been?
You probably would have thought they would have smacked North by more.
Yeah.
40 points. North played actually pretty well, but they only played really 20 minutes of good football in the weekend.
Yeah.
And blew them out of the water. Then the rest was junk time towards the end of the last quarter.
That's
but
true.
I mean, I keep saying this about any team. When you're second on the ladder, like you can only do what you can do.
Yeah.
You can only beat who's in front of you. So for the Bombers fans, like lids are fucking right off at Essendon.
Oh.
Dangerous time to be just an innocent eyeball walking down, what's a famous street in Essendon? An innocent eyeball, the Hangar.
Yeah.
Where is the Hangar?
The Hangar, well, you would have to be careful landing a plane because
True.
the lids are flying off that high. Like, seriously, out that way.
True. Air control.
Cheapers.
Flying lids around there at Essendon. Warner handed a $6,250 fine for his elbow on Pitnet. So if you didn't see this, Warner came through a stoppage with a flying elbow. Now, this is only in here because it speaks true to our conspiracy theory that if you are, and the AFL, we said, probably do this, if the AFL think that you're near, close to a Brownlow, up there on the Brownlow throughout the year, rather than giving you a suspension, they'll find a way to give you a fine. So he must be doing very well in the Brownlow this year. So he gets a big, hefty fine. That's probably...
That's one of the bigger ones you could get,
It's
right?
a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real big one. So
Yeah.
again, must be doing pretty well. Hipwood handed a 1 month ban for his dumb tackle. Now, Brisbane fans have messaged in saying they're going to try and challenge this and try and give him 3 to 4 weeks. We're just joking, guys. Relax. But it is very much, he's been, we've said it from the start, actually, that their forward line hasn't looked that good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what we can say after this weekend. They can certainly kick goals, can't they?
They can kick goals. I don't know how many kicked on the weekend, but yeah. So he's going to have a week. They'll probably challenge it, actually. And weirdly, this round, the running too far call is now being called. Where's that been for the last however long?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that being paid in ages. I feel like every month in the AFL, there's like, they must sit around a table and go, what rule haven't we picked up on in a while? Like, I think we got to call something. And this round seemed to be like, okay, they're running too far, I'll bring you back.
It's like a fun radio segment where they go, okay, let's try and think of a rule we haven't thought of in
What
a
do
while.
we bring back?
And they go, oh my God, yeah.
Next round will be shepherding too far off the ball.
Oh, I like that.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
It's just like, I mean, we haven't seen it called in years now. My first take was maybe the umpire didn't see him bounce the ball the first time out of the stoppage.
Yeah.
But it was probably the right call and the wrong call.
Right, okay. Wrong call in terms of...
Think the moment. What's happening here? Adelaide down in the game late. 20 seconds ago, Rankin storms out of a stoppage, and then this rat decides to blow his whistle and say, nah, too far. Rat. Give it a bit of theatre, mate. Let him go.
Maybe he's up there.
Maybe the rat is in the ceiling here. Just, you got to read the game a bit, and let's be consistent with it as well, you know?
Yep.
Like, I swear that happens 100 times in a round, and we don't see it. What's funny?
Just you with the hair.
Is it my ears?
No,
My ears are sticking
you look great.
Oh,
It's
thank
just,
you.
I don't know if you've noticed, but you have sort of started to play with the ends a little bit.
It's all very foreign to me.
Just sort of, this feels nice.
It's all very foreign to me, mate. So Rankin gets done too far. Crows fans again been robbed so many times. Like, what have you done to the umpires to deserve this treatment? It's an absolute travesty what they're going through right now. And to rub salt in that wound, Rankin does his hammy on that play. Just a bad day for Adelaide. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if they keep calling it.
Yeah, I do actually feel for them. It's not fair.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's very bad. So, I'll tell you what they need to do, AFL umpires. Let's start paying some holding the balls, or incorrect disposals. If you're going to sit around a boardroom today, let's try and get that one back in the game because I have seen so many of them. It's like literally you can get rid of the footy any way you want anymore.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad what they're doing.
That's just
umpires
fine,
had a bad round. We're trying to be positive for the umpires, but had a bad round.
They did have a bad round.
Yeah, they did. It was a glaringly obvious poor round for the
Yeah.
umpies. And we love him. We love David Roden.
In a pretty major way.
Yeah, more than hope.
I don't know about you, but I've got my own little personal hit list of guests that I'd love to have on the show.
Okay, hit me.
He's like number 3. Mm-hmm. Like, I'd love the best.
You love it. He'd be very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to work to get on here.
Yeah.
I want him. Yeah, right. Okay, let's get in the footy. Let's review it because a lot happened here. Now, in Thursday, we had Geelong v Suns in Darwin. And hey, AFL, we got a good footy team here. This Nepo baby monster you created? Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good team. Lloyd Johnson. This story of Lloyd Johnson is unbelievable. So, in Darwin, a couple of years ago, Suns go up there to play a game. He's the water boy. Helping him with the footies, kicking out balls back to him from behind the goals, helping him with the kits, folding him nicely, getting the socks ready. They say, hey, Lloyd, you want to play football for us? He's now at the Suns, and he is lightning and damaging. Just a good story. You love a storyline.
Mate, it's not too far away from what I dream about every night. You know, where 5 St Kilda players get injured and Ross just turns to the MC.
Yeah, true.
Like, it's kind of close.
True. You and Goxie could be in the same square.
Yeah, I did get a lot of which one's which. But anyway, moving
Did you get
on.
any feedback from being on the ground?
Yeah, they said to pick a better contestant for the quiz.
Who'd you pick?
Oh, I didn't pick him, but I will say this: when I said, "What number did Lenny Hayes wear?" He didn't know that, and then he didn't know one of the 2 players for St Kilda that have played for Fremantle. So I was a little bit disappointed by that.
That is. Who are the 1 and 2 players?
Brad Hill,
Liam Henry.
Liam Henry.
Yeah, well, that's pretty obvious.
But
isn't it?
anyway, moving on. It's not about me.
No, it's not. It's about the Suns right now. And for the Suns against Geelong, it felt like every player for the Suns just decided to have a career best game.
It didn't it? Yeah.
Like the numbers they were having was like, okay, you guys are playing Auskick out here. You all decided to play your best ever games on this game at the same time.
Spread it a little bit, you're thinking.
Yeah, like maybe just pick one this round, one that round. We had like 6 guys have 40 out there. It was crazy. And they kicked 164 points. And if you looked at the game before, if you knew nothing at all and you saw Geelong score first of 100, you'd go, oh, they've won that.
Yeah.
And then you take your hand away and it goes 164 Suns. What?
That is such a good point.
They lit it up. They were scoring with ease. And we don't see Geelong get dog walked around like that, especially in defence. Like they got absolutely slaughtered down back. And now I know that they didn't have Cameron, Hawkins, Duncan, Sam DeConning, but I reckon this whole let's rest our players things, the AFL has to come in and say, no. You can't be resting players. Like you're going to pick and choose and manage your list. If you want to manage your list, you got to do that through your drafts or you're telling your players, like if your players are available and healthy, let's play them, eh? One, for the fans. Fans pay good money and work all week to go and see the best players they can. Don't rest them. Don't do that to the fans.
See, it's funny. You felt all right about it going into you were like, they'll just go up there, whatever, come back, and then we'll move on. But it was a little bit too much of a piss take, do you think?
I did, but then I sat back and watched what they did.
Yeah.
And now I sit back and think that, well, they have a history of doing this.
Yeah.
Of resting their players. I just don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't like it, again, as I said, for the fans. I don't like it for Geelong supporters. I don't like it for the game of football. And I think in the NBA, it happened as well.
Yeah.
When the NBA had to step in and say, guys, you can't just rest players like this often. It's just not good for the league.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. So maybe the AFL step in and say, Geelong, like, if your players are healthy, just play them.
Yeah.
Okay? This managed thing.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yep.
And they looked, I keep talking about it all day, but they looked very, very average. I mean, the scoreline says they're average. They literally died in the arse after the first quarter. They looked gassed. They looked like they were playing with a bar of soap. We know that the Suns were offered the glove. Didn't see many gloves getting around there. But they just looked disinterested as well. And everyone's piling on Tom Stewart. I don't know about it. I don't like it. He looks a bit like he needs some juice back in him, but let him go. Like he dealt with a lot of inside 50s in the weekend. He's out of form. He's been so good for so long. Let's just cut him a little bit of slack.
Yeah. Some players just have built up enough credits.
I think
that
so.
You can,
I just let him go. He's out there doing his thing. He was a one-man band down there trying to do his best. But for the Suns, I reckon this is a game where in every club's history, you have a game where it's like, okay, that was the game that put him into the next level.
Yeah.
That was the game for the Suns.
Well, most points scored in a game for the Suns, I believe. So
So now they all believe they can do it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Now, again, we've still been big on them. Can they travel outside of Gold Coast? Darwin's probably their second home, away from home. They go to Marvel this week against the Blues that are beat up. This is where the Suns traditionally would go, we'll get done by 5 goals here. You know, so if they're legit this year, they'll go to Marvel in the Orange Cup because you know they're up and about for it. I just know they are. Like, it's in their DNA to get up for this game.
Yeah, they have to be.
So I want to see how they go this week.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And for the Cats, fuck, who knows where they're at. 3 in a row they've lost. No idea.
It is crazy how quickly things can change. That is just
best year of
ridiculous.
football.
It's true.
It's the best year of football. Blues v Swans. Now, this Blues team, motherfuckers, keep finding ways to hurt me. Let's talk about there's injuries. Yep, there's injuries a lot. There's a lot of injuries. But then there's also a thing called don't kick the first 5 goals of the fucking game every week and then let the other team back in it. How about we just try holding on to a lead? Like, it's just so frustrating. It's so frustrating. The first 15 minutes of this game, you go, oh my God, this is unbelievable. We're going to go to Sydney and beat them. Everything was happening and we had the cattle there to do it. And then from that first 20 minutes, it just stopped. The flow. It was like the Brisbane final last year.
Yeah.
Very similar. Come out of the gates and then just nothing. Hang on for dear life. Wiedering gets a corky. And I'm not really sure about the game plan of putting your back-to-back Coleman medalists behind the ball halfway through the third. Mm-hmm. I would question that call.
What is the theory, do you think? If you really had to...
It looked like we're bleeding percentage here.
Yeah.
Let's go back and try and put some bandages on it. I didn't like it at all. So the Swans just... Fuck. If it's a closest thing to a sure thing this year, you'd say the Swans playing in the grand final would be the big one. They're next level. No one's getting near them.
No.
I don't know if they'll win it. I don't know if they'll win it because they don't play the MCG again for the rest of the year.
Do they really not?
No.
Wow. Okay.
They go to Marvel, I think, 3 times.
Yeah, okay.
But they're not back at the G. So that could be actually the thing that fucks them.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't know
Packed
that.
MCG. Say they get 2 home finals, then you have to play the grand final against the second best team in the comp, and you haven't played there for 4 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
That's big.
It's a thing.
It's
It
a real
is a
thing.
real thing.
Real
So,
thing.
Yeah.
Chad Warner is just a dog. Roy Bottom, dog. Heaney, dog. Gordon, dog. McDonald, dog. Just a pack full of swan dogs, aren't they? Just crazy, crazy good. I want to talk about this guy. So after the game, obviously, we love how emotional the Carlton supporters get, but they had a caller on SEN, and he called up and he's like, you know what? I've got a solution. Have you heard this?
No.
Listen to this.
I'm frustrated and have a little bit to talk about tonight. I have, over the past couple of years, I have devised a 5-step plan to fix these Blues and turn them into what they used to be. Could I go through that 5-step plan with you?
Probably not, but give me, that's a lot of...
Probably not, but give us a step. I love how this guy also has got a 5-step plan. Like he's been working on the background. Like, mate, this isn't going to work. From this point, you can assume that whatever he's going to say is not going to work. But he keeps going.
Program with a board full of...
Look, just a couple dot points for each.
Okay, go far away.
All right. So first, I think we need to stop taking talents from the national draft. I mean, guys like Ollie Hollins and obviously Paddy Gow, guy who's just left. I mean, these guys just don't pan out. All right, it's only the top picks.
Hang on, is your first plan not to go to the national draft?
No, trade. Every single pick we have needs to go.
Okay, that's it. You're done.
Right.
That's it. The other 4 are irrelevant. That's the worst plan I have ever heard in my life. That would be catastrophic.
That's worth a try.
That is, even I was sitting there listening to this going, you know what? I think that's a horrible idea as well. His other points, I think he had let's not even listen to the salary cap anymore. Let's pay the umpires more money as well.
Or just cheat.
Just cheat.
I like it.
Fuck, I
Sounded
love that
like
so much.
Collins from Married at First Sight, if you saw that this year. I was convinced it was.
So, yeah, the Blues fans, we've gone a bit crazy. Don't know about that call of not taking 1 pick in the national draft. Let's just try and win some games, I think. So, and it's not that bad. Like, before we move on from the Blues, yes, I'm upset. Yes, I'm hurting. We're all hurting. It's fucking hard being a Blues supporter. But we're just out of the 8 on percentage. Mm-hmm. We've got 15 on the injury list. Let's just cool the jets a bit here, okay?
When do you panic? Do you set a timeline for that?
Probably in 6 days' time.
Okay.
Lose to the Suns, she's fucking panic stations.
It's panic.
Yeah, it's pack it back up. I don't know who we have after the Suns. I think we have... We don't have Melbourne again, do we? No, I don't know.
I've got the list just here.
Do you have the fixture there for me?
Okay, sorry. I'm looking at the Suns. Round 12. Port Adelaide in Adelaide.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Who's after that?
This is just the biggest sicko game. You've got you've got Essendon.
Oh, fuck me. And who's after that?
Then you've got a bye.
Oh, could lose that one. Pack it up. It's done.
And then you got
That's
the Cats, so who knows?
And then the Cats? Are you kidding me?
Nah.
Are you shitting me?
Nope.
Oh, we're cooked.
Well, then you got Richmond, so after that
thank
kind
God.
of 4-week period.
Oh, when does it end? The heartache. Are you kidding?
That's pretty shit,
That's
isn't it?
shocking. Anyway, lids off. Pies v Crows, and it keeps happening. Happening right in front of me. For Crows fans, I want to know still, we asked before, what did they do to the umpires? What has happened? We need to get Laura Kane in here and ask what relationship do they have? Is something happening behind closed doors that we don't know about? Did someone cheat on someone? Is there a scandal we don't know about?
Allegedly, a
new series coming out later in the year. But they just keep getting rolled by the umpires. Sydney game, we know what happened last year. Essendon call this year.
Yep.
Ran too far this year. Who they got to fuck to get a free kick around here? Who got to sleep with to get a fair end of the stick?
Someone.
You know? Someone. I'll sleep with them.
Yeah.
Dacos. Then we spoke about Harley Reid. Good player, very good player, as you might have heard just briefly for this episode.
You like him, don't you?
Do I like Harley Reid?
Yeah.
Fond of him?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm a weirdo.
No. You don't go strange about it.
No, I don't do anything strange about him. Dacos started off on fire. No one went to him. 15 in the first, ends with 41. And everyone was like, keep giving him the ball because he's only got 29% by foot. Shut up. I hate that call. Keep giving him the football. He's not even doing anything with the ball. Had 41. Okay? Yeah, but he's not doing anything. Shut up. If he has 41, he's clearly fucking doing something with it. You know?
True.
Like, it's not a good argument. He had 14 clearances with that. So if you say he's doing something,
yeah,
he's getting the ball and clearing it out for him.
He's having a look.
And Adelaide here, they dug deep. They dug real deep. They came home like an absolute freight train. And the Pies weathered the storm. And classic Pies, you just knew that when they went down, they were going to win this game.
Yep.
It's like they wait for the team to come back because they know that when they're down with 90 seconds to go, that's when they play their best football.
It's true.
For the whole game, they can get to a lead, let a team in, and not have played their best football yet. But you go down by 2 points with 90 seconds left. Oh, that small fraction of a game, you're getting our absolute best, which is just sick.
It's like the opposite of the Blues, essentially.
Pretty much. Yeah,
The
exactly.
direct opposite.
It's horrible. I wish we did that. It's just crazy what they're doing. They're doing it again. It's reeking now more. It's reeking now more of last year Pies.
Yeah.
It's very similar again.
That's a scary concept.
And they're up and about, the Pies supporters. Even after the game, they had a chant outside saying, "The Blues are out the 8. The Blues are out the 8."
Oh, they're chanting.
Yeah, they're
That's
chanting
scary.
the Blues. Now they're just fucking with us as well.
Yeah.
I just hope that we get them in a final or just in a game this year and get them. Just to shut them up once. But, hey, good on them. They're a good team. They're a really, really good team. Rankin, the midfield I liked, and the Crows, as we said, just keep getting on the bad ones. So they'll get the good one. They'll get one soon, the Crows. They'll find a way to win one. But what are you doing? You got that fucking nose stick again?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You're even sick or you're just using it?
No. Can't you tell I'm a bit blocked up?
No, I can't.
And you know why? Because I got a vapor stick up my nose, mate.
But it's not like a vape, mate. You don't need to keep hitting it. You know?
Imagine that. I'll just go to the smokers for a bit.
Where's your nasal vaping area? What do you mean? I still got this nasal stick. Giants, Dogs. Geez. Now, I have a lot of respect for anyone who had to sit through this game. The Dogs win this one. And to the 7,747 at NG Stadium who watched this game and at home, full credit to you.
Yep.
It was like pulling teeth out. 6-7 the Giants scored to the Dogs 8-22. Ooh. I watched a lot of points go through the goalposts, like just a lot.
Yeah.
It was a hard game to watch. And Bevo, full credit to him. He's back, Bevo. Good to see him back.
Spring in his step. A little bit cheeky.
Preppy.
Little bit sort of.
A bit preppy.
Yeah.
Everyone, we all called for him. We said this guy's got to go. The media was after him, and we didn't really know.
Not you. You wanted him to sign up for another 10 years.
Yeah, I said last week, sign him up for longer. His value of his contract's going through the roof as we speak. And for the Giants, what happened to the Giants? What's going on here? Bless you. Wow.
I was sick.
They've just stopped.
It's really weird.
Earlier this year, we said they're the flag favourites.
Yeah.
And now they've just completely turned into a team that doesn't look like a tsunami. It's like a kiddie pool, is what it is. Shut down their run, and they don't even have a plan B at the moment. So, and really, just back to the Dogs, I'm still not any closer, given that they just smoked Richmond and beat Giants here. I'm not any closer to knowing if they're good or if they're bad.
No.
Like, I still can't get a gauge on them.
It's really scary for the Giants when you look at the ladder. I'm just having a look now, and if results just went a different way in terms of the scoreline, they've got the same amount of points as Fremantle in 9th. So if their percentage was different...
The Dogs do.
Sorry, no, I'm talking about the Giants.
Oh, the Giants, yeah.
How scary.
Yeah, I know. Scary.
Like, how quickly does that change?
It changes quickly, so I don't know. Who do the Giants have this week? Do you know?
I do know. In
It's okay.
3 to 4 seconds, I'll know. Okay, so the Giants have got the Cats in Geelong.
Yeah, it's not good. That's a loss.
It probably is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's not going to be good for them. Jeez, okay, so they're really going to fall away here. Point Mantle versus the Saints. Now, this game was so boring that at 3/4 time, I decided to flick it to the absolute 100-point thrashing of the Tigers. That's where this game, probably, if you didn't watch this game, that's just the one overarching theme of how this game was.
Sure.
Love, as we always do, to hear your thoughts on it. Mm-hmm. We know you're negative this morning, a bit grumpy.
Yep.
So you give us your takeaways.
Well, first thing is, are you ever going to come to watch me?
Sorry, just on that before you get into that. Last week you said there'd be 38,000 there.
There was close.
There was 19,758 people there.
Yeah, close.
Yeah. So you're 20,000 off.
Yeah, look, I love Saints fans, but
No.
I was a bit surprised by that. Look, I was obviously being a bit cheeky with the 38, but I expected close to 30. Because
19's bad.
Like it's one of our last. I think we might have one more Saturday night game.
Thank fucking God. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But you're thinking show out for this one. So I was a little bit gutted by that. We should have won that game. We should have.
You are so funny.
We should have.
Oh, well, I tipped you. Yeah.
Yeah, we
You
should have.
Yeah.
There were so many more moments in that game where we could have kicked ahead. We kicked one less goal than them. And I know that, Freo kicked a bunch of points, but we were in that game the entire way through. And there was this beautiful moment that ended in such frustration, which kind of sums us up in a way, when Rowan Marshall did touch the ball.
saviour.
They went, oh, it was touched. Sorry about that. And then you heard all 19,000 stamping their feet. It was on. And the
shaking.
kick out,
Back to him.
straight back to Freo, they kicked a goal.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, great.
That summed it up. You have 60,000 members and you can only get 19,000 to a game in Saturday prime time. Where are they? Oh, no, it's a serious question. Do they just not want to come to the football anymore? I don't blame them, but it's just bad to have 19,000 there.
Yeah.
It sums them up where they're at the moment. I feel for the Saints. I actually do. It's not one of those ones where I'm like, you guys stink. You obviously know that you stink, but it's just ones where I feel for the fans because the team had so much promise last year, and this year they look like just shit. They don't look good at all. Nothing's working for them. They can't score. Max King, we've been asking for Max King to turn on for the last 5 weeks, I feel. Don't know where he's at. I don't think he'll ever play twos.
No.
I don't think you get anything out of playing him in the twos, but he's not giving a lot up forward at the moment.
He threw his body around a little bit more against Freo, which I liked, sort of crashing the pack a little bit, which is kind of what I've been,
Yeah.
put yourself in the,
But sometimes you can do that and then actually you throw your game out because you're trying to do too much physically that you forget what you're actually good at, which is technically jumping and going at the
Yeah, it's
ball
true.
and just playing the natural game. So maybe he's doing that now because he thinks he has to do that.
Yeah.
Naturally, he doesn't have a fucking big dog in him. I don't think his demeanour, even Ben, their demeanours aren't like a Lynch crash and bash.
Sure,
I think they're very much like,
Yep.
okay, on the lead, I need a good jump at it.
Yep.
They're not angry boys.
No.
Men, sorry.
No. Well, I find across the board that we're not a very angry
No, you're too
football
nice.
club. We've got maybe Zach Jones who, but I tell you what was good, Paddy Dow. He was very
It was good. Yeah, he's
impressive.
impressive. Yeah.
I liked,
And he'll get better.
Yeah, liked his game a lot. Same
Yeah.
as Liam Henry, liked his game a lot. Steele's always unbelievable.
Yeah.
But, frustrating.
I think the biggest thing we all learn is that we need to stop putting Saints in prime time. It wasn't a great Saturday night spectacle for football.
Overall, no.
No, it wasn't at all. And I think even calling Ross the boss, let's stop calling him that.
No.
More like Ross the loss. Ross loves a loss. Yeah. And Flagman, they don't get enough credit because they actually are a very boring team.
They are a bit, aren't they?
They're a bit boring, but they're just a very good football team.
Yeah.
There's not really any thrills to them. They're not going to excite you. You're not going to sit there going, oh, we're in for an absolute thriller here with the Saints. They're literally just going to grind away at you and win these close games where it's just low scoring, slogfest, beat the shit out of each other, and we'll come away with a win. We'll kick a lot of points. But we'll get a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for the Saints fans.
Thank you.
I really do feel. I had something else to say about the Saints. I forgot it.
Is the headband maybe a little bit too
A
tight?
little bit, yeah. No, it is, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Wettering. Now that these games, you're losing these close games, you probably should pay him $2 million a year. So you can bring that margin to like 51 to 48. You know, bring those losses down.
Just a little bit closer.
Just a little bit, yeah. Brisbane versus Fitzroy Tigers. Now, Danaher doesn't have a TV in his house. That was my big takeaway from the game.
Talk me through that. What do you mean?
I heard that Joey Danaher just doesn't have a TV in the house, which it just threw me off a little bit more than anything.
Yeah, But I mean, we all use our laptops probably more than ever before for
But
content.
that's a big effort to be like, oh, I want to watch the news and laptop, stream Channel 9.
When was the last time you watched the news?
Not for a long time.
Yeah.
But okay, say he wanted to watch footy, you have to get his laptop out and just sit on the couch with his laptop.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
good. Yeah.
Was that and Brisbane? Like there's not much to review here, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you could just say Richmond stink. They really do stink. They're just absolute arsewater at the moment. Just a team that is in rebuild. The rebuild's ugly. It's slow. The materials cost a lot. The builds are slow. Just shocking to watch. Didn't even put up a fight. Puawata Musa, I feel for him because like there's so many people that aren't even available for selection. But
Yeah.
let's compete, eh?
Yeah.
Let's throw some bodies around.
When you watch a game like that, do you have the similar sicko gene that I do, where I just want to see how many can Brisbane win by here?
I turned a bit of a vampire.
Yeah.
Like when I get a taste of blood, I'm like, keep going.
Yeah. It's
Keep
weird, isn't it? You're
smashing them. Yeah.
More.
Because there's nothing like, as a news supporter, there's nothing like seeing another team getting spanked when it's not your team.
That's so true.
Don't you reckon?
That is so
that's
true.
awesome. I love that this is happening.
And I will say this, we were keeping our eye on the scoreline at the Saints game, and it made me feel a lot better about what I was seeing.
Oh, you guys were? Just in case you
Why
were
not?
close to the table this year. Close to the ladder. All their percentages going up. We better kick some more points.
No, whatever.
Ross the loss. Kick some more points. We need the percentage.
Whatever.
And again, a bit like the Saints in primetime, who decided to televise 2 Tigers game in the primetime in a row?
Yeah.
They've got primetime again this week. And I know it's Dreamtime game.
Yeah.
But they've just they shouldn't be in the primetime slots at the moment.
I haven't closely looked at their schedule for the second half, but I can't imagine.
I can't see them. I can see a lot of graveyards coming up. But it is their 9th biggest loss ever and have now gone a whole month without kicking over 50 points. That's sad. Really sad. Their 2's also got done by 100 points. Shout out to Sam Naismith. Does his knee again, we think. Fingers crossed it's not a knee, but it looked like it was. That action.
So it's all just
mate, it's just a fucking... Just burn it to the ground and start again.
Yeah.
Almost job, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just
Start with the car park,
walk
obviously.
through
and
someone just get Brendan Gale, because he's leaving,
Yeah.
just take 2 jerry cans of fuel, dump them in there and just light a match and say, we'll start again next year.
someone within the club, we should just say, not.
I mean, if the Tigers does burn down, it's going to look like we had anything to do with this. We are not saying do that, but if they were at that point in their, the road of where they're at, probably not a bad option.
Very much metaphorical jerry cans. And hypothetical.
Physically, you could as well.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could if
You're
you wanted to.
gonna double down? Sure,
Yeah.
go for it.
And Brisbane season, they start now. We said last week that if they were going to start their season and make a run for the finals, it would start now. It is well and truly started. 164 marks in this game, so they control the game massive. 164 marks in a game is huge.
What's the average? Would
numbers.
you know? What's like the?
Like 100?
Yeah. Okay.
So just toyed with them, and now they can make a good run of things here. I think they have one more game this week against someone, and then they have the bye, so they can come out outside the 8 with 9 games to go, 10 games to go, and really make a good run at being back in finals.
I mean, they've got the Hawks this weekend.
Where at? Tassie.
At Marvel.
Hawks are competitive.
Yeah.
Hawks are competitive. Kangas v Dons now. Bombers fans, are you guys feeling all right? Bit of attitude sickness that high up on the ladder. This is, we spoke before, unprecedented what we're seeing right now. Normally this would be a game that you think, and I spoke to a few Bombers fans before the game. I said, hey, how are you guys feeling? And they said, no, this is the one that we lose.
Yeah.
Like our history says, we've seen enough evidence of this footy club to say this is the one that we let slip and everyone starts laughing at us again. And they only played 20 good minutes of football. And the rest was just like, we're just out here running around, helping North do a training session,
It was nice of them.
It was nice. The edge is back. They're edging harder than ever. They look really good. Merritt got tagged out of the game by Shields. LDU is back in form big time for the Roos. His contract's up, I think.
Yeah.
There'll be some big offers for him. We know Saints have a lot of money. Probably go after him.
Can I just say, you speak about how much they would be watching what Harley Reid's doing, going, oh my God. Can you imagine the good players that North have? Like the ones that really have that, this is good. How much better would those guys be if Reid was in that side?
Be crazy.
Like if he's lifting West Coast, who still really aren't an unbelievable team. I reckon North have a few little superstars in there.
It's
It's
going to be the worst decision they've ever made.
really is. It really is.
It actually, we don't take that lightly because obviously tanking is illegal, but you just shouldn't have won the game,
Yeah.
Reid, Sheasel, just stupid together in the midfield.
Yeah.
Would be. Yeah, it's going to come back to haunt them for 10 years. And for 10 years, their fans have to watch Harley do his thing. Crazy. Harley will be the first $2 million player. You wait till Tassie have that money to spend.
Oh, my good goodness.
They have 10 million in signing bonus to spend. They could spend half of it on Harley.
And you would.
100%.
And you would.
100%. Matty Hill commentating. So he commentated this game, and we know how we feel about him. We love him commentating. But there was this period where the Dons were just chipping it back and back.
Yeah.
And he goes, Martin to Heppel, back to Martin. And that's 20 seconds of life we won't get back. Just unbelievable. He is so good.
Good
He's
on
the
him.
best commentator in the game. He's making everyone else look foolish.
Yeah.
He did also the baby racing call. Did you see that?
No.
They had these baby races on the field.
Cute.
For Essendon, and he called that like it was a horse race. Just a great man. But another guest we're going to
Who
get
won? Who won? Do you know?
on. But baby,
Yeah.
I think Clarkson won.
Yeah, nice. Good on him.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah, look, Dons, you're the real deal. Only won by 40, but it looks good this year for you
Yeah.
guys. This looks different. This thing. You look like you're really going to put yourself in a position to make a big run at the end of the year. You only need to play 2 good games, really.
Or what, in finals?
Get a double chance. Win
Yeah.
the first one, win the second one, into a grand final. Who knows what happens?
Exactly.
Give yourself a chance. Port v Hawks. Now, trigger warning for the Hawks. Trigger warning if you listen to this and you go for Hawthorn. I know you have some PTSD, so I want to give you a little heads up that this review is coming.
Yeah.
And if you know someone who goes for the Hawks, just check in on them. Just send them a message. Say, you okay? How you feeling? I know you're going through a little bit. From the fucking clouds, Port Adelaide come back out of nowhere, down 28 points at three-quarter time, pissing down rain, and you go, you know what? There's no way they can do this. No way can they come back. They've been playing so poorly. They kicked 6 of the last game. They kicked 2 in 30 seconds. Darcy Byrne Jones kicks this ball off the ground in the wet, falling away, flushes it through the goals, crowd erupts 1 second to go. Port steal it. Do you know how hard that kick is to do?
Yeah.
As someone who's played AFL football,
Sure. Go on.
that is literally so hard to flush it like that through the goals.
And in provide context. How so? Just,
Well, okay, so wet deck,
Yep.
guy coming across his leg,
Yep.
he's moving away, kicks it off the deck. You have to flush it for the ball to spin right first.
Yeah.
Normally that one sprays left or right. But to flush it right on the sweet spot and get it through the middle of the goals is just crazy. And the crowd erupted at Port. It's actually a great game to watch.
Yeah.
I loved it. It gave me all sorts of feelings. Steve Urbano, a fan, wrote this in. He goes, Hawks trying to defend a lead is like using a pasta strainer to hold water. Now, they did park the bus with 20 minutes to go, which I thought was a very bold tactic to be
Yep.
look, let's just try and defend this thing. Should have kept going. We know that Sam Mitchell, he got the mouth guards out for the boys the other week. I reckon the boys say, Sam, put your mouth guard in. And they just beat the shit out of him for 20 minutes for training. Just not a great call from Sam.
Yeah.
He'll learn from that one.
You're going to make plenty of mistakes this
Listen,
early
we're
on,
all
but-
human.
Yeah.
Harley wouldn't, but we're all human.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Horn Francis. Now, he reminds me, as I was watching him just dominate again, he reminds me so much of Dangerfield. Same movement, tendencies,
Yeah.
the way they play the game, socks up.
Yeah.
He's a mini Danger.
Yeah.
The burst out the middle when he wants to go, don't you reckon?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
see
really good
Danger
call.
all the time when I see him.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Butters, last quarter was huge. He said, boys, get some popcorn. Take a seat anywhere you want on my back. I'm going to take you over the line.
Yeah.
Had 17 in the last. Ollie Wines, we're feeling for Ollie Wines. Got subbed out in the first with his heart palpitations. So, do you know this? or
Is that
not?
real?
Yeah. Yep. So in 2022, he had the heart issues.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's now on, I think he's on medication. And after the first quarter, he goes, my heart is racing. I know what's happening here. Gets subbed out. After the game, Ken says he's all good. He's going to be monitored this week. Could play this week. So we're hoping that he's all good and gets himself up for next week.
You don't muck around with that, do you?
You don't muck around. No, God, no. So hopefully he's all fine. And for Ken, watching Ken celebrate after the game, it made me think, does anyone love a piss? Does anyone love a
Yeah.
Does anyone love a fist pump more to the crowd than Ken Hinkley?
Not in AFL. I can think of other
Every
leagues.
time they win a close, he did one in Geelong a couple of weeks ago. He did one this game. He's done them in showdowns. No one fist pumps more to the crowd in the whole of the AFL, players included, than Ken Hinkley. Like, it's unbelievable. He's up against it, the big boy. Because in Adelaide, they want him. I think they're calling for his head.
Yeah.
If things don't go well this year for Kenny, I think they're going to say, we need to change this. Josh Carr, where are you?
But this has been the case for so many years. He must be. It would take a bit of a load on him. Like, this isn't new for him.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, he probably does his best work up against the wall.
It's true.
Yeah, they want Josh Carr.
Yeah.
They love Josh Carr there. And in this game, the last game, the one that got us up and about, took blood to the right places, Eagles versus the D's. Now, Melbourne losing to West Coast is just so typical Melbourne. Last week when we tipped this, I said Eagles will lose, but maybe it'll be close. And I wouldn't be surprised if they actually win.
Yeah. You did put it on the record.
I'll put it on the record.
Yeah, put it
Go
on
back
the
and listen
record.
to it. You can
Yep.
listen to it. That's what we said. And you said, I think you thought it'd be done pretty easy, didn't you?
No, well, I said, to be totally honest with you, when your Tezzies start to fizz, I listen to those above anyone else. So I should have really listened to your testicles in
I
the
had
end.
a vibe. So
yeah.
flat, I didn't try and dig deeper into the vibe. Now, we spoke about Harley Reid. I don't think we can do any more. It's going to be a bit too much Harley Reid if we go into it. But it's just, again, just crazy what he's doing. He's making Jake Waterman play better football. Where's this come from for Jake? Like, just decided probably a month after the season started, I might want to be the best forward now. Leading the Coleman medal, has the strongest vice-like marking technique ever. When he marks the ball, it almost pops.
Yeah.
Like, when he clunks it stays clunk. And he's just, it's great to see him do his thing. Now, Jack Darling has been in lots of, not heat, but people have been coming for him saying, listen, where are you at here? We're kind of just carrying you. You're just getting games. Had 9 tackles inside the forward 50 this round. That's a lot.
That's heaps.
That, again, it's the Harley effect. He's probably seeing Harley in the middle going, you know what? I'll go tackle some fucker. Did it 9 times. And Melbourne don't have a forward. Hard to win games when you don't have a forward.
Yeah.
Fritsch is good when it comes in a certain way. Track is your best forward, but he's your best mid. Ben Brown had 3 touches. Harry Petty had 5 touches. Got to find a forward. And for Adelaide, looking at Harry Petty, now in the off-season, in trade period, Adelaide offered 2 first-round draft picks for Harry Petty. They're probably saying that was probably a good call not to get Harry Petty.
2 first rounders.
Now, Harry Petty was being called for big contract money as well. They were saying like 600, 700s for him, his services. Yeah. I feel like he has a lot of these 5 touches games.
Yeah.
Same as Ben Brown. Ben Brown is just playing a role now with Van Rooyen out.
Yeah.
So they need to find a forward big time. Otherwise, they're going to... They're good enough to make finals just on their midfield and defence alone. But the concern has always been, once you get to a final, can you kick goals? And at the moment, you can't kick goals. Like, to go to the West Coast and you're a better team, to get smoked by them and not put up a good score is just alarm bells. Alarm bells. What do you put here?
What did I put?
Yeah.
Well, just at the end of the running order, we've done the games. I just wanted to say I'm loving the high tens.
Yeah, there's a lot of high tens
They've
going
not
around.
gone. They've not left, and
No.
that makes me really, really happy.
That's it. Keep doing your high tens. We've seen a lot of crowd high tens as well.
Well, they're the ones I like the best.
Yeah, we love that. After a goal scored or your
Because
team's
it's
won.
kind of natural for the players to do it. I feel like it's not as
No.
that's not really ever left,
No.
but just in the sort of outside of the footy
Yeah.
field.
I think we say keep doing the high tens. We love seeing the high tens in the crowd.
And I want to call them big tens. Oh, you want to keep
Let
it?
the fans decide that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if we're about to call them big tens, but we'll see. That is our episode for the week. How long we go for then?
Under an hour.
To everyone who bought merch, thank you. We are sending it out as we speak. So you'll probably get that this week.
How good.
We are now going to drop another capsule probably by the end of the month, maybe. We're going to work out a few logistics. So thank you guys. It was huge. So we look forward to bringing you some more stuff. Episode coming out on Thursday. We got some big things planned for the year. Grand final event as well. We're
Yep.
getting underway with that. So a lot is happening. And we're very happy that it's happening.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
And how long before you take all this off? I would have thought a couple of days.
Until they
but-
lose?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually his real hair as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for listening. We will see you on Thursday for our round preview, and we're probably going to speak less about Harley. I feel like we glazed him a lot, but it was due time to give him the glazing after what we saw this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fair.
All right. See you next week. This week. Whenever.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.